So hey guys, I was out cutting a little bit of firewood last night. Really enjoyed myself. Felt great to get out in the woods in the nice cool shade. But I was shut down a little bit early because of some of the rain that ended up coming through. As I got inside, I was thinking a little bit about some things that some elders had kind of taken me under their wing when I was early on in my firewood cutting days, and some things that they taught me along the way. And one of them really relates to this time of year, so I feel obligated to make sure I relay this information on. Some people might not be aware of it because it's not in every single area, or just it's not something that most people generally think about. And that's something called oak wilt. Oak wilt, if you're not familiar with it, is basically a fungus that only affects oak trees. It goes in there, it clogs up the pores and prevents the tree from delivering nutrition and water to the rest of the tree, and basically starts starving the thing. The tree will look like it's fall time. It'll start losing its leaves, generally from the top down, and the leaves will all start wilting. And it can spread one of two ways, and especially at this time of year, it's very easy to spread. It's sort of a high-risk time of year for that, and that is through bugs. Basically, storms come through, say breaks off a branch, so now you got an open exposed area. Something like a sap beetle or something like that can land on a tree that's infected, then go land on that open injury and spread the disease that way. The other way is actually through the root system. So let's say you have a big stand of a bunch of oak trees and one tree gets infected. Well, they say the roots of oak trees can go over 50 feet and intertwine with each other and actually spread through the root system. So if you get one particular tree infected in an area, it can take out a big, huge, massive area, especially if it's all oaks around there. So that was, I guess, a big thing I really want to talk about, especially since I'm out cutting right now. It's kind of an important thing to not be out here pruning up trees, cutting any oak trees, or being very mindful when you're dropping other varieties of trees that they're not going to fall and land on another oak and create a open wound of some sort. The other day I was out driving around and I saw this big stand of oaks all dead. So I want to take you guys over there and just show you just a little bit of the aftermath of when oak wilt comes through. So take a look at these trees up here on the left side. I believe most of these trees are all red oaks. Red oaks seem to be more susceptible to oak wilt, but really a devastating thing to see, especially since most of these trees were alive not that long ago. White oaks can definitely get this as well. And just looking through, you can see kind of what happened here. The storm came through, broke off some branches, and the trees got infected, and it just spread through the root system. So the good part is that stuff wasn't caused by someone doing something dumb or just not being aware of this. It's just Mother Nature and a little bit of bad timing, unfortunately. If you find some sort of wound like that, they say close it up within the first 15 minutes. Use some sort of water-based paint or some sort of sealer to prevent the bugs from getting in there. All that wood there would be great firewood, but you do have to take a little bit of extra precaution. They say to cover that firewood with a 4mm tarp or thicker all the way to the ground for at least one full year. A hot summer and a cold winter. That way it will help dry out the wood so the bugs are less excited about coming and landing on that wood and spreading this to another tree, as well as it gives an opportunity for that oak wilt to die off a little bit. So make sure you cover that wood and keep it covered and try to expose it as little as possible once you start getting it cut and dealing with it a little bit. So if that doesn't make you start thinking about diversifying your woodlot or your trees on your property, I don't know what will. It seems like there's always something we're bound with, you know, the Dutch elms, the oak wilt, the emerald ash borer, the pine beetle. There's just so many things that can come in and just devastate your trees, and having a variety in there, I think, is a pretty important thing and gives you a better chance. I mean, the woods do so much. They provide shade for you. They be a renewable resource of heat for your family, provide homes for animals or wildlife. It's just a pretty important thing, and unfortunately it's something that's not going to go away anytime soon. and potentially spread even more. So getting the word out there, letting others know is a pretty important thing. So if there's someone you feel that can benefit from this information, make sure you pass it along to them. So next time you're out cutting wood, make sure you're thinking about this and paying attention to the oak trees around in your area. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.